men into impactful leaders through the development of the intellectual, moral, physical, social, and emotional skills for the global society of tomorrow. Vision. Motto. Believe, achieve, succeed. Core beliefs. Campus core. Student core. Creed. Can you guys come close? For the song. For the song. Okay, song.
Do I need a mask?
That's fine. Succeed. Moment of silence. Okay, you may be seated. Okay, so March. Our focus for March is lines 1 and 13. We are the Barack Obama Leadership Academy. I want to emphasize that last two words, Leadership Academy. I encourage all advisory teachers and students to lead Lyceum. You know, I want to give my advisory class, these brothers, a round of applause because, you know, this is not the first time that they're doing it. So good job for you, brothers. And we're a leadership academy. So we want all the teachers and students to eventually lead Lyceum. Your sixth grade brothers, you may not know this, but in the past, we had students, and especially our senior class or house juniors and sophomores, you know that at the end, towards the end of the year, you guys were the ones that were leading it because we're a leadership academy. So let's take some initiative. You could email me the day of, be like, hey, Mr. Akbar, I want to lead Lyceum today. Great. Let's do it. All right. So let's take some initiative and let's make this happen. All right. I want to give you guys 2.5 minutes. So let's get in rhythm. You can take out your devices and let's get started. Okay, so we do have a few birthdays today, so let's give it up for these brothers, Christian Barksdale, 12th grade, and brother Elijah Nunez, 8th grade. Happy birthday, brothers! Hopefully you have a great day today and a great weekend. Don't kick the wall, don't kick the wall. Yeah, don't. Come on, man. All right. So I'll stop screen sharing from there. Happy birthday to those brothers. And do we have any announcements from the faculty?
Good morning, everybody. Mr. Wood here. One quick announcement, and that is pertaining to the SAT tests that are going on right now on the third floor south hallway. So if you're looking at it from the main hallway on the second floor landing, it's the top right hallway. Please make sure you're staying quiet over there where the juniors are testing. So since they are doing their SATs. Thank you guys very much.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Wood. Do we have any other announcements from the teachers? Okay then. So we have about, I think, 15 minutes till advisory is done. So I'll leave you all to it then. Let's make it a great day here at Bamla, and have a nice day, everyone. Oh yeah.
Sorry, I didn't know we were done with it.
We do have a presentation.
Yeah, I do have a couple of student presentations that we need to do. So we've got a few more for Black History Month, even though we're out of Black History Month. So what I'm going to do is I'll go ahead and show the video presentations that I have, and we'll go from there. So give me just a moment, and I will pull those up, and we can look at those presentations before we leave.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Wood. Do you have any students that need co-host privileges today?
No, not this morning. We'll just do the video presentations that I had submitted to me.
Okay.
Good morning, brothers. I'm Isaiah Mancera, 11th grade, and today I'll be talking about Langston Hughes. What is he known for? Hughes is known best for his work in the Harlem Renaissance. One of his most famous works is called Harlem Was in Vogue. Birth. James Mercier Langston Hughes was born on February 1st, 1902. He was an American poet, novelist, short story writer, and a columnist. Career in the 1920s. The Warwick Blues in 1926 was his first book of poetry, and this was the front cover. Career in the 1930s. His first novel, Not Without Laughter, won the Harman Gold Medal for Literature in 1930. Career in the 1940s. The same year, Hughes established his theater in Los Angeles, which is this one. His ambition to write movies materialized when he co-wrote the screenplay for Way Down South. 1950s and 1960s. During the mid-1950s and 1960s, his popularity among the younger generation of Black writers varied as his reputation increased worldwide. With the gradual advancement towards racial integration, many colored writers consider his writing of Black pride and its corresponding subject out of date. Accomplishments. In 1943, Lincoln University awarded Langston Hughes an honorary Lit D. In 1960, NAACP, meaning the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, and it was awarded to Hughes the Spaniard Medal for Distinguished Accomplishment by an African American. In 1961, Hughes was inducted into the National Institute of Arts and Letters. Accomplishments. In 1963, Howard University awarded Langston Hughes an honorary doctorate. In 1973, the first Langston Hughes Medal was given by the State College of New York. In 1979, Langston Middle School was constructed in Reston, Virginia. In 2002, scholar Maulvi Kit Asante listed Langston Hughes on his list of 100 greatest African Americans. Conclusion. Langston Hughes passed away on May 22, 1967, due to complications from an abdominal surgery because of his prostate cancer. He was 65 when he passed. Hold fast to dreams, for if dreams die, life is the broken-winged bird that cannot fly. By Langston Hughes. Thank you everyone for listening.
All right, and so that was Brother Isaiah Mancera giving his presentation on Langston Hughes. Unfortunately, Brother Mancera is not available for questioning since he is doing the SAT test this morning. So let's go ahead and go on to our second presenter. It's also another junior who's doing SAT testing this morning. It's Brother Luis Orduna. And so we will take a look at his presentation.
Booker Taliaferro, Washington.
All juniors, please report to room 330 and 337. All juniors, please report to your testing room, room 330 or 337. Thank you.
Booker Taliaferro, Washington, by Luis Orduna. Here we have Booker giving a speech in New Orleans, which I will talk about later on in the presentation. His early life. Booker was born on April 5th, 1856. He was born as a slave, and he had worked on a plantation with his mother carrying bags of grain. After the Civil War, his mother and him both had relocated to Malden, West Virginia. He had learned how to read and write because of a book his mom had gotten him. And later he wanted to pursue an education, so he got a job as a houseboy. And the lady that owned the house gave him permission to go to school for an hour each day during the winter months. More about Booker. Booker was a member of the Republican Party, and he was very known for his efforts in the civil rights movement. He had a mindset that led him to believe that peace, humbleness, and patience would accomplish more than taking any type of action. Basically, a pacifist. Booker didn't care about women's rights because of the century he was born in. It was hard for him to envision an independent woman and believed it was their problem and didn't want to take part of it. Here we have Booker and Booker's residence where he lived at. Why he's important. First of all, he encouraged the white people to give African community a chance and get a better education. He was the first leader of the Tuskegee Norway Industrial Institute, which only had 2 small buildings that had no equipment or money. And later he turned it into an institute that had more than 100 well-equipped buildings with around 1,500 students and a faculty of nearly 200 teachers. And on top of that, it had $2 million to its name. So it grew quite a bit. This institute helped African Americans receive an education that was similar to that of a white man. And he had helped get a huge donation for the education of African Americans. The compromise speech he gave in Atlanta, which was the picture I showed in the beginning, was seen as a revolutionary movement by many of all races, and the speech was an agreement that Southern blacks would work and submit to white political rule, while whites would guarantee that blacks would receive basic education and due process in law. And here we have a monument of Booker. His views on reform. Some people call Booker a reformist because he participated in social reform by fighting for the rights of African Americans. He was also called reformist because he participated in education reform by founding the Tuskegee Institute and giving black people the opportunity for a better education. Here we have President Barack Obama at the Booker T. Washington High School. After his death, it sparked the Great Migration to the North because African Americans wanted an equal and better education. They called him the Wizard of Tuskegee after his death. He had died on November 14, 1915, at the age of 59. Here we have a middle school named after Booker. Quote by Booker T. Success is to be measured not so much by the position that one has reached in life as by the obstacles which he has overcome. Thank you.
All right, so those are our two presentations. Sorry, I forgot my screen volume was on the presentation screen. So those are the two presentations we have for this morning. We will have more if we have time tomorrow or Friday. Otherwise, we'll have some more next week and we'll be wrapping them up. So thank you guys very much. And Mr. Akbar, I'll turn it back over to you.
All right, so thank you, Mr. Wood, and that was an awesome job by those two brothers, excellent work, Langston Hughes and Booker T. Washington. So well done, especially about Booker T. Washington, the aspect about education, right? This is why we're here, so we can better ourselves and strive for a better future. Okay, so are there any other announcements from the staff? Okay, Mr. Jackson, I'll turn it over to you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Akbar and Mr. Wood, and thank you to those two brothers who created those presentations for us to view this morning. So we have about 4 minutes, and if there are no other announcements, thank you all very much. I see more of the brothers with their blazers on, so we're going to continue to do that. And that's just the expectation, you all. It's the professional standard of dress that we're promoting here on the campus. All right, so let's make it a great day at Baumler, you all. I'll see you in the hallways and the classrooms. Thank you all.